Elite Facts presents
50 Random Facts You May Not Have Known, number 15.
50.
The Beatles asked Stanley Kubrick to direct Lord of the Rings with them starring in it. John Lennon wanted to play Gollum, Paul McCartney Frodo, Ringo Starr Sam, and George Harrison Gandalf. Kubrick turned them down, and Tolkien didn't like the idea of a Beatles adaptation of his work.
49.
Heath Ledger created a character diary for the Joker. It included stills from A Clockwork Orange, photos of hyenas, unhinged clown makeup, and the word chaos highlighted in green. It also contained things the Joker would find funny, like AIDS, landmines, and geniuses suffering brain damage.
48.
White feathered chickens with white earlobes lay white eggs. Red or brown ones with red earlobes lay brown eggs. And the Americana breed, also known as the Eastern egg chicken, lays eggs with blue shells.
47.
Richard Nixon really liked cottage cheese with ketchup.
46.
Jim Henson once asked Frank Oz to take his clothes off for a nude photo shoot.
45.
Tom Selleck was cast as Indiana Jones in Raiders of the Lost Ark, but had to drop out due to his commitment to do the Magnum P.I. pilot, so the role went to Harrison Ford. Production on Magnum P.I. was delayed for over 6 months by a writer's strike, which would have enabled Selleck to complete Raiders.
44.
The Twinkie diet is not all junk food. Professor Hobbs' 1/3 intake was a multivitamin pill, protein shake, and vegetables, including a can of green beans or 3 to 4 celery stalks.
43.
The London Underground system, once advertised as a cool escape from hot weather, has been slowly heating up due to dissipated heat from trains breaking being captured and retained by surrounding clay, a natural insulator.
42.
The Simpsons Are Yellow because Matt Groening thought it would be a perfect way to catch the attention of people flicking through their channels looking for something to watch.
41.
Teen Spirit, from the song title Smells Like Teen Spirit by Nirvana, is an actual deodorant. The song title comes from a friend of Cobain who spray-painted Kurt Smells Like Teen Spirit on his wall, which his then-girlfriend at the time wore.
40.
Armadillos naturally have leprosy.
39.
Beginning in the 1950s, the U.S. State Department used jazz as a way to win hearts and minds during the Civil War. Famous jazz ambassadors included Dizzy Gillespie, Louis Armstrong, Dave Brubeck, Duke Ellington, and Miles Davis.
38.
The Insane Clown Posse were once on a Disney-owned record label, but on the scheduled day of release for their record The Great Milenko, Disney recalled all 100,000 shipped units upon discovering the graphic nature of the album's lyrical content.
37.
Barbie's full name is Barbara Millicent Roberts, and Ken's is Kenneth Carson. Just thought you should know that.
36.
Astronaut Buzz Aldrin submitted a travel voucher for $31.31 when he returned from the moon.
35.
Actor Bob Odenkirk in Better Call Saul was fully trained as a Cinnabon employee to prepare for his role, and even refused a hand double, insisting on using his own hands in the bun-preparing montages.
34.
The longest zucchini ever grown was 2.5 meters long. That's 8 feet 3 inches.
33.
The Brazilian soccer legend Pelé was only 17 years of age and coming off a knee injury when he led Brazil to win the 1958 World Cup.
32.
For Black Sabbath's best-selling album Paranoid, the band booked 2 days in the studio but only used 1, recording the entire album in just a few hours.
31.
Mike Myers' 2008 film The Love Guru was so badly received by critics that he hasn't had an on-camera starring role in a film since. One critic in his review predicted it would be career-killing for Myers and one of the worst films of at least the past several years.
30.
During the Apollo 10 mission, a few logs of poop escaped the bag the astronauts were keeping it in and proceeded to float around the command module.
29.
Nelson Mandela was only removed from the U.S. terror watch list in 2008.
28.
There was almost a crossover with Adam West's Batman and Godzilla. Try wrapping your head around that one.
27.
Elvis Presley was nicknamed Elvis the Pelvis for how he danced in the 1950s by parents who thought rock and roll was scandalous.
26.
While filming scenes in two of Martin Scorsese's films, Raging Bull and Casino, Joe Pesci broke the same rib 15 years apart.
25.
Robin Williams did over-the-phone stand-up to Steven Spielberg to cheer him up while he was making Schindler's List.
24.
In the 2016 movie Doctor Strange, the villainous entity Dormammu was portrayed by Benedict Cumberbatch himself through motion capture.
23.
Edison offered $50,000 to Tesla if he succeeded in improving the efficiency of Edison's prototypical dynamos. Despite Tesla making a great deal of progress, Edison claimed that the offer was a joke.
22.
There are completely black chickens that have black plumage, black legs and nails, black beak and tongue, black comb and wattles, black meat and bones, and even dark organs.
21.
The James Bond character was based on a combination of real secret agents Ian Fleming knew during World War II.
20.
Hyenas only resemble dogs due to evolutionary convergence. They are, in fact, more closely related to lions, leopards, and common house cats.
19.
When hippos are upset, their sweat turns red.
18.
Mel Brooks rigged up an extra finger for himself when he made his handprint in front of the Chinese theater.
17.
Shaggy, the singer, developed his singing voice from singing cadences while he served in the Marines in a field artillery battery during Operation Desert Storm.
16.
Believe it or not, Apple had a tablet device before the first-generation iPad. Apple's first tablet was released in 1993 and was called the Apple Newton.
15.
Roughly 100 lightning bolts strike the Earth's surface every second. That's about 8 million per day and 3 billion per year.
14.
Van Gogh didn't think Starry Night was very good. When he decided to hold back 3 paintings from shipping to his brother in order to save money on postage, the Starry Night was one of the paintings he didn't send.
13.
Jimi Hendrix was thrown out of the army for masturbating in the platoon area while supposed to be on detail.
12.
Artist Drew Struzan, the guy who created hand-drawn posters for both the Star Wars and Indiana Jones franchises, designed the characters and box art for the 1996 version of the classic board game Clue.
11.
Oddly enough, it's illegal for New York City bartenders to refuse alcoholic beverages to a pregnant woman.
10.
The Harlem Globetrotters were actually founded in Chicago.
9.
Frank Sinatra detested rock and roll, calling it, quote, the most brutal, ugly, desperate, vicious form of expression it has been my misfortune to hear. He later formed a great friendship with Elvis Presley after the two performed a jazzy duet on one of Sinatra's shows.
8.
Author Mario Puzo and director Francis Ford Coppola wanted Marlon Brando to play Vito Corleone for The Godfather, but Paramount wanted Ernest Borgnine. Brando got the role by sticking cotton balls in his mouth, putting shoe polish in his hair, and rolling his collar in his audition tape.
7.
Greatest Showman actress Michelle Williams entered the Robbins World Cup Championship of Futures Trading in 1997 and won by turning $10,000 into more than $100,000. With a return of 900%, Williams is ranked as the third highest winner of the competition since the inception in 1984.
6.
Steamed hams or steamed cheeseburgers are a real food item that you can order in several restaurants in central Connecticut. But the real question here is it really an Albany expression?
5.
Frank Sinatra was originally offered the leading role in Die Hard at the age of 73.
4.
Jellyfish have developed the most efficient form of swimming among all animals. They manage to achieve a 48% lower cost of movement than other aquatic animals.
3.
Steven Spielberg wanted to direct a James Bond film but was turned down by Eon Productions. When he told this to George Lucas, Lucas said he had a film that was just like it but even better. The story was about an archaeologist named Indiana.
2,
Former Nirvana drummer and current Foo Fighters frontman Dave Grohl once filled in for a sick drummer of the band Cage the Elephant. He had one day to learn the songs after only hearing them a few times and played them perfectly.